Hi everybody. Today we're going to look at grasps, or how you pick up and hold instruments and mallets and sticks. We are in Tataku, starting on page 173. So this is using your fingers here. This is called the Pincer Grasp. So you pinch things, and a good example of that would be pinching the finger cymbals between your thumb and your pointer, like that. Okay? It also shows a picture of pinching the chord of a triangle. The three-jaw chuck, kind of a funny word, but we use it all the time. I think often, when we're conducting, you may hold your baton like that. So it's involving those three fingers. This is on page 174. And a good example of that is playing the triangle, holding the triangle beater. A three-jaw chuck. The cylindrical grasp, it would be an ideal version would be a shaker, a ganza, or a rain stick. I have what's left of my sunflower seeds from my breakfast. Since I don't have anything else to shape. Okay, cylindrical grasp, so that means you've got to take your whole hand and wrap it around something. This is pretty broad. It could be a little bit smaller. I have another shaker. It's not exactly a cylinder, but it'll do the trick. Or holding your hand like this, that would be cylindrical grasp. Now the hammer grasp is anything that involves holding a stick or a mallet. So that's on page 176. Any kind of striker. So we've got a snare stick here, a little bit bigger volume. I've got a bass drum beater, a chime hammer, which is another example of hammer. And here is a gong beater. That's also the hammer grasp. On page 177 is something called oblique palmar grasp. I don't have one of these, but it's like the guira or wira that has a handle on it. So you would hold the handle and then you'd scrape it. That's oblique palmar. The reverse transverse palmar grasp. There's a lot of words there, but if you just take your rain stick like this, and just turn it upside down. You have to be able to rotate your arm to do that one, and also to turn the rain stick over, for example, so the beads run down. Now the next one is a funny word, but it has like 4 examples here, so this is a really common grasp. This is on page 179. It's called diagonal volar grasp. So in this case, in the first example, in all of them you're going to point your finger, but in this case, you would maybe play the drum and leave the stick on the head, maybe for a dead stroke. It's got some power in it, and it's mostly down. So this is a tar, by the way, an Indian drum. Some other examples of the diagonal volar grasp, where you're pointing your pointer finger, playing the maraca, holding the bottom clave like this. And also, believe it or not, the guiro, holding the striker or the scraper. All right, moving on now to the spherical grasp. Great example, any sort of shaker, like the egg shaker or a fruit shaker, that's mostly cylindrical, sort of cylindrical. So that means your hand is going to be shaped like this, and you have to be able to wrap your fingers around it. So that's good for small hands, for example. The developed palmar grasp, okay, with the tambourine, so you're wrapping your hand around it like this. So you've got your thumb on top and your fingers underneath. And the lumbrical grasp, I thought I'd show you this is my rick. This is actually an original rick from Egypt, with mother of pearl inlaid and brass rings. So if you hold it like this, with your thumb inside and your fingers underneath it like that, that's called the lumbrical grasp. So that would be good for the sound shapes that you might use. And the last one is called the hook grasp. I don't have my basket shakers here, but anything that has like a handle or hook where you could use your fingers like this. So make sure you've just looked over these pictures and memorized, at least remember at least 4 or 5 of those for the final exam. Thank you.